Thinking about a future career in science? If all things scientific excite you, consider a career in one of the best science jobs. These 10 science jobs were rated as having the best prospects over the next 10 years. This list may be short, but work in these careers is important. These careers were ranked by U.S. News & World Report based on the following criteria: median salary, unemployment rate, tenure growth, future job prospects, stress level, and work-life balance. Let's dive in. Number 10, geographer. Geography has many subdisciplines. Physical geography specializes in understanding the natural patterns and the processes of Earth's surface, including the integration between people and their environment. Human geography specializes in understanding cultures, activities, landscapes of the human population across space and place. And geospatial geographers specialize in technology, such as remote sensing and aerial photography, to capture data and model, measure, analyze the features of Earth. Number 9, survey researcher. Survey research is the art of designing surveys and analyzing the data gathered from them. Professionals who do this work are employed by research firms, polling organizations, colleges and universities, and more. And they can work on subjects that range from politics to healthcare. Number 8, biochemist. Biochemistry delves into the chemical processes of living organisms. In other words, biochemists apply their knowledge of chemicals and perform different chemical techniques and experiments to decipher biological problems. People who thrive on finding solutions to problems and are scientific-minded might be a good fit for this profession. Number 7, archaeologist. At its most basic, archaeology is the study of prehistory and human history through the excavation and analyzation of artifacts. There is some digging involved, but the bulk of the archaeologist's work is done in the lab, analyzing excavated remains. Number 6, anthropologist. Anthropology is the study of humans in the past and the present. Archaeology, the study of people and places in the past, is often considered a subset of anthropology. Anthropologists often specialize in several areas, including social cultural anthropology, which examines culture, biological anthropology, which examines the way in which humans relate to their biological world, and linguistic anthropology, which studies languages and their relationship to humanity. Number 5, forensic science technician. Forensic science technicians is a blanket term for a number of professions who might work under anything called forensic science. Crime scene investigators who gather and document evidence at a crime scene fall under this category of forensic science, as do criminalists, who are the scientists who primarily work in the laboratory analyzing the evidence. Professionals in this field can also specialize in forensic entomology, anthropology, engineering, and so many more. Number 4, environmental science technician. Environmental science technicians are actually public health officials who monitor the environment in order to protect human health. They spend their days taking water samples, soil samples, air samples, and sending them back to the laboratory for testing. They also inspect public places and businesses for environmental hazards, and they're involved in the setup and upkeep of pollution monitoring. These professionals are very detail-oriented, and they're tasked with a professional array of accuracy and precision requirements. Number 3, industrial psychologist. Industrial psychologists apply the principles of psychology to the workplace. Industrial psychology concerns itself with the application of psychological concepts to the work environment. Professionals who hold degrees in the discipline often perform counseling work for companies. Some functions might be designing safe work environments, training new employees, and helping organize the company's management structure. Number 2, psychologist. Psychologists observe patients and glean insights about how they think, feel, and behave. They conduct scientific studies of behavior and brain function. They observe, interview, and survey individuals. They identify psychological, emotional, behavioral, and organizational issues. They diagnose disorders. They research and identify behavioral and emotional patterns, and they test for patterns that will help them better understand and predict human behavior. And number 1, epidemiologist. Epidemiologists examine the cause of diseases to prevent them from transmitting and reoccurring, including investigating the triggers of an infection for public health agencies or collecting blood samples at an outpatient care center. These medical scientists might work in hospitals, laboratories, universities, pharmaceutical companies, or even health insurers. An epidemiologist conducts infection surveillance, tracking infections, reading data, assessing where problems may reside, and deciding where intervention is needed. Do you like these videos and want to see more? Click below to subscribe and like.